In this interview, I spoke with Diane Silver. She is the Advocacy Manager for FairVote, which is a leading organization advancing ranked choice voting and proportional representation nationwide. Diane encourages students who are interested in volunteering to get connected to their state partners, which are all listed on their website. She also breaks down the importance of volunteers in FairVote's strategy framework of build, win, and sustain. It seems like your organization is less focused on volunteers, but you said you had some recommendations for other organizations to check out. So yeah, I'd just love to hear a little bit more about any people you think we should look to, and I have some specific questions.
This link that I'm going to put in the chat for you, this is the state-based RCV groups. This is our page where we have a map, and you can click on the state and it'll pop up, or you can just scroll down and scroll through all the states. So every state that has an RCV group that we know of that is basically a counterpart to Cal RCV or CFER. So we list them here. And so as a national organization, we are mostly in a support role
Gotcha.
for the folks at the state and local level, who are boots on the ground trying to get reform adopted.
Yeah.
And so when interested, individuals find us and they're like, hey, this is great. I want to help. How can I help? What we really want to do is refer them to those state organizations because that's where the action is actually happening. And so I know that from an activist point of view, you're like, this is great. I want to help. But people want to do something substantive and impactful right away. And some states are in a place where they're ready for that kind of action, and some states are still kind of getting organized. So we have a big umbrella strategy framework that we call build, win, sustain.
Cool.
And so it's the idea that before you can win a campaign, there's a whole stage setting process that needs to happen. We don't want to launch a campaign unless we're pretty darn sure that we can win. So there's this whole build phase, which is getting ready for a proposal or an initiative. And that build phase is, talking it up in your community, having events, having ranked choice voting demonstration events. We people call them rank the beer events now because so many people like to have it at a pub.
Oh, interesting.
Or at a bar where you go and you work with the pub owner and you say, hey, we want to come have an event. We're going to drive customers to your pub on Tuesday night, whatever. If you'll offer some kind of a special deal, like a flight of beers, I don't know, you're young, I don't know how much you drink. And what we want to do is talk to people about ranked choice voting and have a little ranked choice voting demonstration activity where there's a QR code, they're going to get out their phone and they're going to go to this site and they're going to rank order the beers, right? They're doing a little taste test. They'll rank order them. And then at 9:30, we walk everybody through the tabulation and announce the winner. And so it's this big education event for ranked choice voting. That kind of engagement is part of the build work.
Gotcha.
So you have an event like that, and then there's a call to action at the end of it of hey, everybody, if you thought this ranking thing was great for figuring out everybody's favorite beer, what do you think about using this to elect our city council?
Gotcha.
What do you think about using this to elect our state senators? Huh? If you think that's a good idea, here's another QR code for you. Please go here and join Cal RCV.
Gotcha.
Or join CFER. We are trying to build an army of of supporters. We're trying to build an army of supporters. Now, I know you don't want to give out your personal information. I am here to swear to you on whatever is meaningful that we are real live human beings and we are not going to spam you and we are not going to sell our list. We respect your privacy, on and on and on. Because you want to get people to sign up.
Gotcha.
That kind of thing is building work. And so we're trying to build, a list of thousands and thousands of people
Mm-hmm.
because the value of that list is when
Mm-hmm.
we finally launch a campaign, we want to be able, if we then are like working behind the scenes with city council, like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's one city council member who's on board, who's like, I love ranked choice voting.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Would you be the sponsor? Will you like
Oh.
sponsor the legislation and
Mm-hmm.
ordinance to do ranked choice voting? Sure, I'll do it. Well, we've
Mm-hmm.
got five other council members who we have to convince.
Mm-hmm.
So when the moment is right, then we might launch like a call to action
Gotcha.
where we
Okay.
say, okay, CalRCV is going to do an email blast to
Mm-hmm.
everybody on their list in the
Mm-hmm.
city of whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we're going to blast all of our known supporters and say, hey, the moment is at hand. Please click here to send an email message to the city council
Mm-hmm.
and tell them, that says, I live here in the city of X.
Mm-hmm.
I am your constituent. I am a voter,
Mm-hmm.
and I want ranked choice voting for our city.
Mm-hmm.
Please support so and so's proposal
Mm-hmm.
to adopt ranked choice voting.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get hundreds of email messages,
Mm-hmm.
like, then that helps, right?
Totally.
So it's like, but it's dominoes.
I see.
That email blast isn't effective if we don't have a list.
Absolutely.
And how do we get the list? We get the list by having events. And how do we
Yeah.
have those events? We need
Mm-hmm.
volunteers to
Mm-hmm.
like organize.
I see. Gotcha.
So like that kind of an event is just one example.
Mm-hmm.
So it's things like doing that kind of an event, doing
Mm-hmm.
house parties. Sometimes it's going out and clipboarding at the farmer's market.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of people are coming to the farmer's market. Hey, I'm collecting names for this thing. Can I have 5 minutes of your time and tell you what
Mm-hmm.
it is?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so like CalRCV will do pitch training.
Mm-hmm.
Like okay, I'm willing to go out with a clipboard and, volunteer 3 hours at the farmer's market, but
Mm-hmm.
God, how do you explain ranked choice voting to people in
Mm-hmm.
30 seconds? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's all they're going to give you as they're like walking into the farmer's market.
Mm-hmm.
They have pitch training on
Mm-hmm.
here's how you do it in 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so all of that is build work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we want volunteers to go spend their energy.
I see. Makes sense. Is this build work things that you were hoping people get connected with like CalRCV to get started, or just sort of like, or does FairVote kind of have their own list where they're collecting signatures? Is this all through Cal? Like, is this
It's
all
it's
through
all through the state
state organization?
organizations.
Okay, makes
Yep,
sense.
it's all through the state organizations. Yeah.
Okay,
And we really want people to coordinate with the state organization. Like you could
makes
just
sense.
like you obviously are interested and you could
Mm-hmm.
be like, I'm going to start doing ranked choice voting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's less helpful if you are going out on your own because you're probably reinventing the wheel. Like you're
Yeah.
probably doing stuff that CalRCV has already done. So that's my
Mm-hmm.
long-winded answer.
Mm-hmm.
When you say when people want to get involved,
Mm-hmm.
what we do is we send them to their state organization, and
Cool.
that's why.
Okay, cool. That makes a lot of sense. Awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for your interest.
Of
I'm so
course.
delighted that you've taken this on as a project.
Yeah. Well, I look up to you a lot. I think
Oh,
I remember when I first, yes, I remember when I first started looking. I took a political science class last year on like American democracy. It was like literally intro to like American politics. And I walked out of like the last day of that class and I was like, this is that we have so many problems. And I think I was like I opened my computer and I was like searching and searching and searching for like any sort of reform movement, and I think FairVote was the first thing that came up. So I feel like this goes way back.
oh, that's
Yeah.
great. I'm so
hmm
glad.
hmm
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I hope our paths will cross again
Sounds good.
and do good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Bye
Have a
bye.
good weekend. Bye.